Welcome back to Missouri Mayhem, Mystery and Murder. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Megan. We are so happy to be back with you on this wonderful Monday, and we hope you're having a great day as well. Today, we are going to be listening to a story about the Kansas City Strangler, aka Lorenzo Jerome Gilyard Jr. And this all began in 1977. And I personally know very little about this, Indy, so I'm anxious to hear about the Kansas City, or actually a little scared to hear about the Kansas City
I'll
Strangler.
give you one hint on how he killed his victims.
What?
You said it, Kansas City Strangler.
Oh. Duh. Okay. There you go. I'll give you one hint. Thank you guys so much for listening. Whether you listen to us on Patreon or YouTube or Apple or Spotify, we appreciate all of you. And don't forget, we do have a new email. It's Missouri Mayhem Sisters at gmail.com. Again, we'd love to hear from you, cases, stories. We're thinking about doing kind of like a listener story time and would love to have you guys send in.
Yeah, like if you've had anything like crazy, weird mayhem
Yes.
stuff that's happened to you that you're like, man, no
Mysterious.
one would believe this. We'll believe you. So
Yeah,
send
send it
your
in.
story in and we'll share it. If we can get several stories, we can do a whole podcast with like 3 or 4 different stories in it.
Yes. So please, again, it's Missouri Mayhem Sisters at gmail.com. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with fellow true crime lovers if you like what you're hearing. And we would appreciate that very, very much.
All
I'm
right, guys.
excited. We're going way back.
We are going all the way back to 1977.
Oh, I was
And
one.
you were 1 years old. Hold
You,
on, I got a frog in my throat. Excuse
you
me.
were 5.
I was 5. Here are a few facts from that year. The Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, that was
Nice.
a large vehicle.
What was up with the large vehicles in the 70s?
I
They
don't
were all
know, but I think
giant.
that one was huge.
The Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme.
Yes, "The Best of My Love" by The Emotions was the favorite song. You got the best of my
My
love.
love.
Whoa, or is that a
Whoa.
different
No, I
one?
think the best of
My
my
love,
love.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
No,
Is
I
it the
think
same
that's
one?
it. I think,
Okay.
yes. No, I think you're right.
Star Wars episode, would that be 4?
4.
A New Hope was
Mhm.
voted as best movie. Saturday Night Fever came in as second.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun. Big events. The Apple II home computer was released. I'm pretty sure Jennifer Thummel's dad had that.
dun.
Radio Shack introduced the TRS-80
Okay, in
microcomputer.
1977,
Yeah, there
and
were
I didn't
computers.
even know computers existed
I thought
until the '80s.
I did not either, but I swear the Thummels had all
I
this.
had the
Yeah.
yes.
The first MRI body scan was done.
Wow, in '77?
Yep.
Oh, it's not been out that as long as I thought.
The rings of Uranus were discovered.
Oh my gosh! In 1977, Mindy, the rings of Uranus were monument. What a good Uranus joke.
I'm not even gonna do the next one because it's just boring
It's not
compared
even
to that.
yeah,
Okay,
no, let's not talk about
let's talk about Uranus. Just kidding. Let's talk about the top baby
Of
names.
course,
Of
in
course.
1977.
So 77 girls' names: Jennifer, of course,
Totally,
Melissa,
totally.
Amy, and
Yes,
Jessica.
yes, I see this.
Boys: Christopher, Jason, and David.
I had a lot of David I had a couple Davids, Jason, all those in, like I'm thinking of, like, my class,
Yeah,
like, you're like, "Okay, I'm not surprised by
totally.
that." Okay, very cool, so
Should we
we're
get
done
into the
talking about
case?
Uranus, let's talk about the Casey Strangler. Here we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Lorenzo Jerome Gilyard Jr. became known as the KC Strangler. I already made the joke earlier. You can guess how he killed his victims. Mr. Lorenzo was born on May 24th, 1950, in Kansas City, Missouri. He was one of 5 children born to Lorenzo Gilyard Sr. and his wife, Laura. Lorenzo was always a big kid and was described as being pretty aggressive on the playground.
Oh,
Um,
so, like, from early on.
from early on, he was kind of known as a bully. He played sports with his brothers. Like I said, he was pretty big for his age, so he physically assaulted smaller
Oh,
children.
boy.
Just a really great guy from the beginning. Um, in school, due to his lack of discipline, his poor academic performance, and chronic absenteeism, Lorenzo was forced to drop out of school in 10th grade.
I mean, that's really sad. I mean, I'm guessing either his parents didn't know how to handle them or they just weren't worried about him,
Yeah,
and
I'm
so
not sure
that
what his parents'
sucks.
situation was,
Yeah,
but his dad, actually did get arrested for some pretty violent crimes, and his sister did as well, and I'll talk about the sister here in just a little bit.
makes you think
Yeah,
maybe the home life was not,
yeah.
yeah, very good.
In the mid-60s, he met a woman with whom he married in November of 1968.
So he was 18.
Yes, and her and him, however you say it, they had a normal life.
Okay.
They it said they led a quiet, happy, employed life. He was known as being charming, well-spoken. He had a Neiman Marcus card,
Oh,
whatever
boy.
that means.
Whatever
I guess
that
that's
I
important.
guess that's it.
A Rolex,
Oh,
several
boy.
show cars, and was popular at work and respected. He did his job and did it with a smile, people said. And they said that he was a good stand-up guy.
Okay, and that is what makes this all the more scary. This could be your coworker who you think is this nice, amazing, hardworking
He's
person.
got a Rolex. I
And
mean, geez, you
yeah,
know?
he's smiling, he's popular, he's respected, and then which I have the feeling you're getting ready to describe to us
Yeah.
doesn't go with that.
So he's married, he's living the life, and then he began
Wow.
to indulge in a double life. And that's what he even called himself, living a double life in crime and to exhibit deviant sexual behaviors
Uh,
towards
so
women.
mayhem,
So,
yeah.
yes. Oh, you want to talk about some serious mayhem? Years earlier criminal activity is just endless, and I'm getting ready to list all of this stuff for you. And all of this stuff that I'm getting ready to list you happened before he started murdering and happened while he was murdering, okay? Because
Oh,
remember, he started the murdering in 1977.
okay, so these are things he did even before then
Yes, and Megan, oh my
and
gosh,
didn't
he
get
was
caught and, like, got
no,
away with?
no,
Oh,
just let me start this list for
oh
you.
boy.
So
Here we
first
go.
thing, he's 19. 8 years before his first killing spree started, in January of '69, Gilyard was arrested on charges of assaulting and raping a girl he knew, but was later, listen to this, was later released when a reconciliation agreement was reached between the two parties, with the victim. Part of the deal was the victim had to retract the charges,
What?
and then Lorenzo apologized, and then they just swept it away.
Okay,
So he
and
raped
he
her,
raped and assaulted her, and all he had to do was apologize, and then
and she
she
had to
had to
retract
retract
and
what
say he
she's
didn't.
that's
So he
bullshit.
completely got out of that. That's the
And this
first
is
thing he
right
did.
after he got married at
Yes.
19.
Oh,
So,
yes.
oh
Oh,
boy.
yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Then the second thing, in 1972, Leard was arrested again for raping and assaulting another woman, the victim claiming that he had choked her into unconsciousness. She identified Gilyard as the culprit from a lineup. Now listen to this. There's
Oh no.
always
Oh
freaking
no.
something. So she from a lineup, but her testimony was considered questionable and the charges were dropped.
Because especially if we think about the time period, the 60s and 70s, I mean, and this is why women quit reaching
Reporting
out and
it,
reporting because they weren't
charges were
believed
dropped,
or they
charges
were
were
made to
dropped.
drop them.
Yes.
Yes. Ugh.
Then, little time number 3 here, in 1973, so he would have been 25 years old now, Gilyard was arrested for assaulting his wife, who he had been married to for 5 years, with his wife telling the police that he had been physically and sexually abusive the entire time they were married for 5 years. Why in the world would you stay with a person? I understand that people get into situations and they don't have money and they can't get out and they've got kids and this and that, but I'm after someone has put their hands on you several times, don't you just start figuring out a way to get the fuck out?
Well, and if she's claiming that he's been physically and sexually abusive their entire marriage,
5 years.
like, why did you marry him?
You've had 5 years to figure out how to get
Yeah,
out.
and I've never been in that
No,
situation,
me
and
either.
so but, I mean, it's, I guess, easier for us to say that, but you're like, oh, come yeah,
It just makes me sick.
yes, that someone's had to
Yeah.
deal with that for 5 years
So
and felt like
anyway, yeah, she dealt with this for 5 years. Ultimately, he was forced to pay a fine and to divorce her. That
oh,
was his punishment.
that was it.
You have to divorce her and you have to pay a fine. So
Awesome
that's 3 times for sexual assault now.
that he's gotten away with,
Yep,
and that is just
pay a fine.
making him more brazen, encouraging him to
Well, he's
even
like, "I
more,
got
"I
away with
got away
this.
with
I got away
it,"
with that. I'm getting away with more and more and more." Then in February of '74, so 3 years before the killing started,
but just, like, 1 year after
yes,
this other thing had happened.
Gilyard was arrested for raping a 25-year-old exotic dancer who identified him as her attacker from a photograph. But yet again, the charges were dropped when the two parties reached a reconciliation agreement.
So sounds like to me, I bet he was a smooth talker. I bet he was easy to he was a
And you know what,
manipulator.
Megan? I saw an with Pierce Brosnan, I saw an interview with him, and he is a smooth talker.
Yes.
He gets very still and very he sounds very smart and like he knows what he's a smooth, his voice is smooth, and
See,
I can totally see how I know this is crazy, but he Mary got like 4 or 5 times, you know what I mean? The
he
dude had swagger.
the dude had skills when it came to that to get people, and I think if he's able to go into these court proceedings or whatever time after
Yes.
time and get away with this,
Yes.
and convince a judge to let him get off, yeah.
So that's 4 times. Then 5 months later, so in '74 still, he was arrested again for raping a 13-year-old daughter of a friend on the banks of the
Oh my
Missouri
god.
River.
Oh, 13 years
The victim,
old.
though, well, she changed her testimony. The rape charges were dropped. But Gilyard was convicted of sexual assault with a minor and received a 9-month sentence.
9 months.
She was 13. So finally, he goes to jail. After 5 things, he's finally going to go to jail.
So, and this is where, like, they should have known and had record that he had gotten off on this 3 or 4 times before
Yeah,
this.
where are
Like,
those records?
when are we gonna be like,
For
"Okay,
real, I
I mean,
agree.
come on.
For
How
real.
many times are we gonna let him do
So
this?"
finally, he went to after raping the young girl on the banks of the Missouri River, he went to prison. After his 9-month sentence, after finally he was imprisoned, Gilyard was released and married a second time. But guess what? His wife soon left him and filed for divorce because, like his first wife, she was being beaten and sexually abused by her husband.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a piece of work.
So,
This
I mean, so he's gotten married,
twice now.
yes. Then in the late '70s, he got married a third time.
So it sounds like like we said, he talks these girls, maybe charms them, and then gets married, and then it starts being aggressive.
Well, I think he gets married, is aggressive with them, and is out
He
charming
is.
and being aggressive with other women, killing them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ugh.
then in 1979, so he had started his killings in '77, so 2 years, Gilyard was arrested on charges of assaulting a young couple, raping the girl, and threatening to kill her fiancé. Despite the fact that the victims identified him as their killer, they identified him.
As their attacker.
Yeah, Gilyard was acquitted by jury verdict at his September 1980 trial due to lack of evidence.
See, this is just fueling his fire.
He's like, I can
He's
get
like, "I
away
can get
with
away with anything."
I'm a smooth talker. I can get away with
And
anything.
again, do you not realize he just spent 9 months in jail for something very
Yep.
similar?
So now he's got this third wife. So
Mm.
so after a few months later, he's arrested for aggravated assault on the third wife, but he got away with an administrative fine and a
Gosh.
divorce.
And they're like, "Just divorce him.
Yeah,
Then
your
he won't
punishment
bother
is
you."
divorce.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you pay a little money. Fool.
Okay. Then in February of 1981, he's been killing for 4 years now. Gilyard attacked his ex-wife. I'm not sure which one
Which
he went, but
ex-wife?
he
Ugh.
attacked her on 2 separate occasions. In the first one, he knocked out her front teeth, Megan.
Oh my gosh,
Then
and
on
And was not put in jail for that.
No, and then the second one, he stabbed her in the hand with an ice pick.
Oh my gosh. And was
He was arrested and
okay.
charged with third-degree assault and was let go on a suspended sentence and probation.
So all these people that were killed, the system failed them
Completely.
completely. The system failed who all these people were
Yep.
victims because they had plenty of things to put him in jail.
And then in November of 1981, he was arrested for theft, but was released on $3,500 bail.
Really, at this point, if they would print his rap sheet, just print his rap
Seriously,
sheet. Just print it.
so dumb. That same spring, he received a 4-year prison sentence for violating his probation, but
So he gets 4 years for violating his probation, but doesn't get anything
anything
for
for all the
raping
other
a
stuff.
13-year-old?
But on January 10th, 1983, he was paroled from his 4-year prison sentence,
What?
but was soon arrested again in Wyandotte County, Kansas, for making bomb
Oh my
threats.
gosh, he's crazy.
He is
What?
crazy.
Oh my
So in
gosh.
January of 1986, after killing for 9 years, he got a job as a garbage man in the Deffenbaugh disposal service, where his father worked in the maintenance department. That's how he got the job.
So his dad helped him.
Yes, his father helped him. So he finally got a job. Then in December of 1987, Gilyard was arrested and interrogated as a potential suspect. This is really important. In the murder of 36-year-old Sheila Ingold, during which blood sample was found, but he was released due to lack of evidence. Remember her name because we're coming back to her.
Sheila
Sheila
Ingold.
Ingold. So he was arrested as a suspect in her murder, and there was blood taken. That's what you
But
need to know.
but we're talking about 1987.
Yes.
So, we know
Yes.
we don't have all the technology.
No. In 1991, Gilyard married for a fourth time and was promoted to company supervisor at the Deffenbaugh Trash Company, granting him control of several garbage disposal teams in various parts of Kansas City.
So, I'm just saying, we got a
Ugh.
murderer, a rapist, a killer who has
Mhm.
access to garbage disposals to
Yeah,
get rid of
and all people's
evidence.
trash. People have
Yes.
some personal stuff in trash.
Yes. Yes. Okay, this is very frustrating.
Ugh.
You can tell he definitely led a double life.
Yes. And then in July of 1996, Gilyard's neighbor went to the police claiming that she had been sexually harassed by him since 95. No charges were brought against him, though, and the woman just moved away.
Just move so
Yep.
he doesn't
Yep.
bother you. Just
From
move.
1969, you guys, to 1996, this man was arrested 14 times,
That's nuts.
married 4 times. How did he get fucking
I
women?
s w like,
What is your line, man?
he's
Like,
he's a
you
good
wanna
talker.
talk
He's
about
gotta
some
be.
baggage. Also, guys, he had 11 kids.
Uh, that's all. I'm sorry, now so you've got all these kids who now have
Yeah.
a murderer father.
And after 14 arrests, guys, he only did 9 months.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
What the fuck?
This is a disservice to
Okay, so
Kansas City.
finally, y'all, DNA comes out.
Yes.
In 2001, the Kansas City Police Department received a multi-million-dollar federal grant to re-examine cold cases using DNA technology.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
After examining, remember that blood they took from Sheila Ingold?
Yes.
After examining the blood taken from Lorenzo at that crime scene, the investigation team conclusively connected him to the murders of 6 women.
Oh my gosh. Just in the Kansas City area.
Yes, in addition to this, not done yet, he was also linked through circumstantial evidence to the killings of at least 6 more women killed between 77 and 93. So 12 total women in this time frame.
I mean, thank goodness for DNA, or who knows how many more women he may have been allowed to kill.
Yes, 12 women. As a result of these findings, Gilyard was arrested on April 16th, 2004, and charged with 12 counts of first-degree murder.
You know, he thought he was gonna get away with this forever, and can you imagine when he heard DNA technology had come out. Do you think he started to
Oh,
panic?
sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, so So anyway, they charged him with 12 counts. Now that doesn't mean he gets
Like
that
12 life sentences?
that means they're going to charge him for 12, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And however many he gets convicted with is what they deal with, right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay, so here are some specifics about his victims, just some things that they all had in common. They were all between the ages of 15 and 36. They were strangled with various items, including nylon stockings, shoelaces, and wire.
Okay, stop there for a second, if you
Yes.
don't mind. It feels like so many of these cases, especially when it's women, that they're killed through strangulation.
Mhm.
So, if nothing else, I mean, in general, but as women, maybe we need to know are there any strategies if something like that is
I'm
happening?
telling you what the strategy is, and that's kick balls. If someone is strangling, you kick.
Sick
No,
balls,
not
chopper.
sick, but kick. You start kicking balls.
Yeah,
No, for
right.
real,
No, I know.
because they can't control your leg.
Well,
You
that
what happens is someone puts their hand around your neck, you start going into panic mode, and you
yeah.
freak out and don't even know what to do when you need to be thinking and you need to be
Yes.
kicking.
Now, but, most of the time I imagine this is happening, they have them pinned down or so you hate to think about that. But, like,
Yeah,
if you're I mean, I know you try to like, if you think they're going for your neck area, you try to get your hands, like,
yeah.
to block it, but I don't know, I just feel like, that seems to be because they claim, like, that they use this because
It's personal,
it's personal and there's no weapon
and there's no
afterwards.
blood.
That's it, and there's no yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, I may need to Google some
Yeah.
strategies on that just to feel a little bit better. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so 12 counts of first-degree murder. All these women have died the same way, and I was talking to you about the different ways they died.
Yes.
Um, 9 were white, 4 were black. Most of them had their mouths stuffed with paper towels, cloth to
Ooh.
muffle screams. Many were naked and missing shoes, and the police believe that, Lorenzo may have had a foot fetish.
Well, just go on OnlyFans.
Oh my
Too bad he
gosh.
didn't have that back then. Good grief. Come on.
Most were murdered in one place and then dumped in another. Their bodies were dumped in various areas around Kansas City in
Oh
landfills,
my gosh.
snowdrifts, abandoned buildings, vans, fields, and
Missouri
parking
River?
lots. Yes.
Yeah.
All but 1 were known prostitutes, and
Oh.
11 were sexually assaulted. Several had fought for their lives with proof of skin under their fingernails. Most of them had voluntarily had sex with him before they were killed. So I'm
Oh.
guessing they didn't pass a rape kit, but they found semen in them.
Sure, sure, and, yeah, yes, and yeah, and if they are prostitutes, that's hard
And like I
to
put down
determine.
here, prostitutes are fantastic targets for crazy people,
Well, they're considered a vulnerable
and
population.
they'll go to places alone with people. It's part of their job, I guess.
Sex workers, prostitutes, homeless people are very vulnerable
Because they don't have
people.
anybody looking out for
No,
them.
they have no one looking out to protect them
If
most
you
of the
didn't talk
time.
to me after, like, 3 or 4 days and nobody had talked to me, we'd be looking, but if you had, like, an estranged friend that you hadn't talked to for
Yes.
years, you wouldn't think about it.
No, or you have some I mean, there's some people that don't talk that regularly with family,
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know, but you're right, prostitutes they're vulnerable, yeah,
So, let's talk about is it 12 or 13? Hold on.
I think 12.
Okay, there's actually 13. Okay, so we'll
Okay.
talk about the 13th in a second. The 12, number 1,
So these are ones he was charged with.
yes. CCL, 17 years old, last seen alive on April 10th, 1977. Her body was found a week later at a vacant lot bearing signs of suffocation. The subsequent investigation determined that Swafford, a transient, does that mean transsexual?
No, it's probably transient, I mean, like, she's all over she works, like,
Oh,
moves
okay.
around a lot.
A sex worker and had recently moved to Kansas City. The second one, Gwendolyn Kazine, was 15.
Mm.
She is the youngest victim found and was strangled on January 23rd, 1980, a day after her father had reported her missing.
Oh,
Relatives say that she was a happy-go-lucky kid who had once attended a church until she took up with a bad crowd and turned to drugs. When found in an alley, her neck and wrists were tightly wrapped with wire.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then, number 3, Margaret J. Miller was 17, was found strangled on May 9th, 1982. Like the previous victims, Miller earned an income through sex
So he's
work.
just going out and
He
looking for
is
people who will willingly get in the vehicle with
he's
him
looking
and
for
go.
prostitutes that
Yeah.
will go have sex with them, and then after he has sex with them, he
He
kills
kills them.
them. Then number 4, Connie Lynn Luther, 29, was found strangled on January 11th, 1983. Luther, a sex worker, was found face down in a snowdrift
Oh.
with a noose tied made of lace tied around her neck.
A noose made of
Lace.
lace?
It sounds like he used, like, artifacts that they were wearing on their body to strangle
I
them.
agree, like, things they were wearing, which is
Yes.
disturbing.
Catherine M. Berry, whose body was found she was 34, her body was found in an abandoned building on March 14th, 1986, had a stocking wrapped tightly around her neck. She was actually mentally ill and was the only victim that was not a prostitute, but she unfortunately had spent a lot of time associating with the prostitute society and homeless shelters, and then
So just was with that group,
but she wasn't a prostitute.
but was in that area that he
Yeah.
looked for
She was running with
victims.
the bad crowd.
Yeah, aw.
Number 6, Naomi M. Kelly, 23, was found strangled in a park on August 16th, 1986. Kelly was a student at a business school and a single mother
Aw,
raising 2 children, yeah. But the investigators uncovered that she was forced to engage in prostitution due to financial issues. Her killer had used a towel to strangle her, and he left her
and if you
she
think
lived in
about it,
pain.
I mean, he's pretty, dumb when it comes I mean, he was leaving a lot of evidence, not knowing that obviously DNA.
DNA.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you look back now, you're like, "Dummy."
Deborah Sue Blevins, 32, was found strangled on November 27th, 1986. Her completely nude body was found in some bushes next to a church.
No.
Ann Barnes, 36, victim number 8, was found strangled near the city center on April 17th, 87. Barnes was an exotic dancer and prostitute who worked at a local establishment. Kelly Ford, number 9, was 20 years old, was found strangled on June 9th, 1987. Her almost completely naked body was found dumped at the edge of a cliff near one of the city's parks. Found Ford was later found to be a drug addict and sex worker working in the
And
area.
sadly, too, I think because a lot of these women were sex workers, police didn't take it as seriously, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Angela Mayhew, 19, was strangled on September 12th, 1987. And like the other victims, Mayhew was found fully clothed on the side of the road, and despite being a prostitute, no trace of sexual assault was found during the autopsy. So she just kept doing this. He just kept getting away with these
Oh,
and just kept going.
the incidents he did early on in his life and not getting caught, and it just made him
Yeah.
push it
And
even
then
more.
remember Sheila Ingold.
Yeah.
Okay, she's the one that they took the blood from that got all this going. She was a sex worker found strangled near a Kansas City auto shop on November 3rd, 87. Ingold's body was found inside an abandoned van in the shop. In this case, her killer had stolen 2 rings off the corpse. Mm.
That's kind of a new I
Yeah,
mean, like, he didn't have a habit of stealing
that
things off
wasn't
him.
that was a new thing. Then number 12, Carmeline Renee Hibbs, 30, was found strangled on December 19th, 1987. Her partially nude body was found in the parking lot of an apartment building. And then
Oh,
on June 23rd, 2006, following the result of a DNA analysis, Gilyard was charged with an additional murder from Helga Kruger, 26, who was found strangled with a towel in 1989. So she was strangled in 89, but they didn't find out hers until 2006. So he killed 13 people.
from 1977 to 1980. So after
1989.
1989, he stopped killing, they think, until he was discovered in the 2000s?
Okay, so he was arrested on in 2004.
Right, so between 1989 to 2004, he didn't kill anyone else? 'Cause is that right, what I'm reading? That the
Right.
last one he killed was Helga Kruger in 1989.
Yeah, so he
So
stopped.
so he just stopped. They really believe he just quit. how old would he have been then? So at this point,
He was born in
so
1950.
he was only 39.
Yeah.
That's
He did a lot of stuff in 39 years.
that's shocking, though, if he just all of a sudden decided to quit. Maybe he knew DNA technology was coming along or something. Interesting.
So he was arrested in 2004, but his trial wasn't until 2007.
Of course.
Gilead's attorneys were able to negotiate an agreement with the Jackson County Attorney's Office in exchange for dropping the death penalty.
Uh,
Yes, their client would agree to a trial without a jury, which began
without a
without,
jury.
yes. Can you believe that?
Huh.
On March 5th, 2007. He was tried on 7 of the 13 first-degree murder charges, and I don't know why he wasn't tried for the other ones.
Yeah.
Throughout the proceedings, Gilyard refused to admit his guilt and insisted on his
That is
innocence. Now, Pierce Morgan, I don't know if you know who he is.
yeah, yeah.
He sits down with prisoners, and he did an interview with him, and he walks in, and he's surprised they wanna talk to him, and they're
"Oh, you
talking, and
wanna talk to me?"
yeah, and he claims he has no knowledge, like, to this day, "I didn't kill anyone."
Oh, so he's totally claiming
He
innocence.
gets irritated with Pierce a lot, says he has no idea where the blood came from
Oh,
his
shut
DNA.
up.
His semen was in every single one of them, Megan.
Seriously.
And his DNA was all over him. He says, "That couldn't have been my DNA. My DNA was trashed in the '90s." And
What?
and Pierce Brosnan reminds him, "Yeah, but have you ever smoked a cigarette or drank out of a glass? Because they grabbed that." He's like, "Your DNA is all over all of them,
Yeah,
buddy."
and when you rape someone, your DNA is
Yes.
everywhere.
When shown pictures of the women, Lorenzo says to each picture shown to him, "I don't know them." I mean, it is like a robot, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah,
When asked if he had any encounters with them, he said, "That's my knowledge.
not to my
That's my
knowledge.
knowledge." He left the interview because he got mad at Pierce Morgan's
Which shows to me too
questions.
that he's, yeah, guilty.
So on
When
March
he's been
17th,
so used to being able to talk his way out of.
he has talked his way through his whole life.
Yes.
So on March 17th, 2007, 12 days later, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murders of Barry, Kelly, Ford, Barnes, and Ingold and Hibbs. He was acquitted of killing Mayhew since only human hair and no semen were found on her body.
Only human hair.
Yeah. And the results of the DNA analysis of said hair became being inconclusive. So he was charged with 12 murders, only tried for 7, life without parole for 6, and acquitted of 1.
So is he in Cameron?
No, he initially served his life sentence in Western Missouri Correctional Center before being transferred to Crossroads Correctional Center,
Okay.
wherever that is, in July of 2019, and he is 75 years old today.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy. All the things you think back that he did in his life that he
He
was
has a
not.
bigger record than Jack the Ripper,
Yes, that he was not held accountable
and
for.
nobody knows about him. You ask anybody, you're like, "Ever heard
No!
of Lorenzo?" Mm, and everybody's like, "Oh, no, never. Never even heard of him."
Well, we're living at this time when he's doing all this 40 minutes, 50 minutes from Kansas City,
Yeah,
and all this is happening,
yeah. Well, at
you
least
know?
he's in prison now.
Up 100%. And again, this shows, like, not taking women seriously, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And not holding people accountable,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, but
Well, okay, guys, that's all we have on Lorenzo today. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and stay kind. Thank you for listening. This has been Missouri Mayhem, Mystery and Murder. I'm Mindy,
and I'm Megan, and remember, Missouri, you bring the mystery.
and we'll bring the mayhem.
Peace
Peace
out.
out.